Prince George's County put in a teen curfew at the National Harbor after big groups of teens were causing trouble there, fighting, loud behavior, and unsafe actions. Because of that, kids 16 and younger must be with an adult or leave the area at night on weekends to keep people safe. And so we're going to be interviewing teachers to see how they feel about teen curfew.
And this is Miss Johnson.
Hi.
And I'm going to be asking her about teen curfew. Do you think there's less violence during teen curfew?
It seems that way based on what the news reporters are reporting. There has been a decrease in teen violence, such as stealing cars and robbing stores. Those are the things that have seemed to decrease just a little, according to at least what's going on in Washington, D.C.
Going on top of that, do you think it also protects teens?
I think it does, because it seems that things happen after hours. So after about 7 or 8 o'clock, when it's dark outside, typically that's when they see a lot of things happening to teenagers. Do I think things are going to happen to teenagers at any time of the day? Yes. I think that it's all about the decisions that we make and encouraging one another to make good decisions so that things don't happen.
This is Miss Kelsey, and I'm going to ask her about teen curfew. What do you think about teen curfew?
I think it's important that teenagers have a curfew because a lot can happen after the sun goes down. I think it's important for everybody to be accounted for. Even when our parents were younger, they were inside once the street lights came on, so I don't think anything should be different now.
Okay, last question. Do you think teen curfew is mandatory?
Should be mandatory?
Yeah.
I think it would be a good idea, like I said, if it was mandatory, because there's a lot that goes on in this world, everybody of all ages. And I think even just for safety, that's not to say that teenagers are the bad guy and they're always out doing something wrong, but at the end of the day, you could just be at the wrong place at the wrong time. And because you weren't at home, because you were outside, anything could happen to you. So I don't think teen curfew was all about punishing teenagers. I think it'd be mandatory to also help keep them safe.
All right, that's it. All right, thank you. And this is Miss Upshaw. Today I'm gonna be asking about teen curfew, and it's different. So Miss Upshaw, do you think that teen curfew is mandatory?
Should be mandatory?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why do you say that?
Because I feel like it helps to keep you all out of trouble. There's nothing that you need to do outside of the house but after the hours of 9 or 10 p.m.
All right. Do you think there's less violence during teen curfew?
Yes.
That's interesting. Do you think teen curfew also protects teens?
Yes.
Can you name some ways it protects teens?
Less gun violence, less drug influence.
Okay. That's all for today.
Conduct and criminal behavior under control. The curfew applies to unsupervised teens 16 and younger and will be in effect Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. The announcement comes after what the county executive described as the worst single day at the harbor on Saturday, when hundreds of teens were involved in fights.
I am deeply angered and disappointed by the teens that were involved in looting stores and engaging in acts of violence at National Harbor last weekend, and those responsible will be held to account for their actions.
Police say 800 unsupervised kids were involved, some as young as 8 years old. County leaders say the unruly behavior is affecting businesses and residents' sense of safety.
Fighting, shoplifting, smoking cannabis, being confrontational with business owners and residents and law enforcement personnel.
Officials say they're also holding parents accountable. They could face fines if their kids are out past curfew. Police are urging parents to stop dropping off their kids at the harbor, and they're instructing rideshare drivers to stop transporting unaccompanied teens here.
Our parents must know that National Harbor is not a daycare or a playground, and we cannot have our children coming to the National Harbor unsupervised, especially with the intention of causing trouble.
There will be extra police officers at the harbor starting Friday. Digital message boards and flyers will be handed out to help educate the community about the new rules. Officials say they want cooperation and a safe environment for everyone.